All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody. What a ball game.
That was, yeah.
Golden State Warriors win in a thriller in overtime. Should have never went overtime, but it did. And we're going to talk about it right now. All right, everybody. Get the band off. There we go. What a game, yep. Ryan. They look like the old Warriors getting up to a 31-point lead. And then they started playing like last year's Warriors in the second half.
Right.
Giving it up and giving away the lead. And then, man, there's so many guys to talk about. I mean,
yeah, let's just start with the game breakdown, and then we'll break down the players. Because this is, I think, what was good. I messaged you the same thing. I said, finally, we'll have a lot to talk about, because besides the Clippers game, it's been a lot of Warriors blowouts. So, and I thought tonight might be the same thing, but tonight we can actually kind of critique some things. And so I think let's start off with the game. I think the game started out really well. Obviously, we were up, 31 points at the halftime. So we started out really hot. We were making everything basically, but right away we were missing a lot of free throws. And I was like, this seems a little weird. And then anyways, second half comes, we're up 31, and we start missing a lot of the shots. We actually went almost, I think it was either 6 minutes. I believe it was 6 minutes. We went without making a field goal. So we didn't score. And the Rockets just kept scoring and scoring and scoring. And all of a sudden the lead was down to, 3 points after a few, Steve Kerr timeouts. And Draymond at that point, he got really aggressive. I also saw, which I thought was smart, they brought Wiggins back in the game because they needed another ball handler because they were pressuring everyone. Like Rockets were full court press. And it was getting to the Warriors ball handlers a lot. So I think bringing in Wiggins was good. Draymond started getting aggressive. Pajemski started getting aggressive. He made a couple of really clutch shots down the stretch. We had Draymond make a clutch three. Wiggins, was good with the ball. He didn't have any bad turnovers. He didn't necessarily make any really big shots, but he was getting to the line, which was slowing everything down, which was really needed at that point. And, I think overall what I saw was a lot of fight from the team in the fourth quarter because, at one point the Rockets were back up and we had choked basically a 31-point lead. And last season, that was a game we would lose. And I even texted you. I was like, oh, God, we might lose this game now. And then, after I saw a little bit of the fight back, I was like, okay, wait, this is good. But then at the end, we were supposed to win. And again, the free throws come to bite us because Draymond misses some clutch free throws, and then we have the ball out of bounds after
everybody missed free throws.
It wasn't just him, but the free throws were it was definitely a
while we're looking at the free throws, let's just take a quick peek at the free throws here and just concentrate on the free throws in this box score. Draymond, 5 of 9. Wiggins, you can live with Wiggins going 70%. But Pods, 50%. Moody,
not acceptable.
60%. Kuminga, 7 of 10. You could.
That's good for Kuminga. Yeah. For Kuminga and Wiggins, that was good.
And Looney, 5 of 8. That's not bad. So the real culprit was, Draymond should have been at least one more. When they missed that one down at the end of the game, who missed that one? Was it Pods? What allowed him to get into the overtime? I can't remember what. I think it was. But anyway,
it was either Draymond or Pods. I know they both missed
a lot of free throws. 18 missed free throws, 32 of 50. But the fact that they got 50, the Rockets only shot 24. The Warriors, this is not the same Warriors team as last year. Last year's team was always getting destroyed with the number of free throws compared, to the opponent. The Warriors are now getting to the line more because they're getting it down low. I mean, they're going up aggressively. Looney goes in there. I like the way Looney's taking it to the hoop. And then what can you say about Jonathan Kuminga, though, in the overtime? He just took it to Jabari Smith. And at the end of the game, Pods, well, even in the Pods looked good getting him in, and then he got him ahead in overtime, I believe, as well, or was that in the end of the fourth quarter? It all kind of ran together.
Yeah, it was the end. It was the end of the fourth quarter.
Okay,
Pods had some really clutch buckets, and it was really important at the time. But Kuminga took over OT.
Yeah, but the Rockets are very young and athletic. Probably one of the most athletic teams in the NBA. The NBA is full of guys with length and speed and quickness. And the Rockets, Amir Thompson, that kid from LSU, he made the 2 free throws to put it into overtime. I thought he was going to miss one. I honestly did.
Yeah, I did too.
He
had missed 2 earlier. You're talking about Tyson, I believe.
Yeah, but he played really well, and he was intimidating at some point. They were pumped up. So,
right.
Dan, I need NBA caps in the background. Jake says, we're
gonna get a flag coming.
It's already ordered. I ordered it today, but it's coming somewhere from Asia, so it might take. I didn't pay for expedited shipping, so it's going to be here probably in 15 to 30 days. They said. So hopefully, let me see if betting. Here's what I got coming. Let me see if they show a picture of it. No.
And while he's talking,
big Golden State. It's going to be a big Warrior banner. Anyway, we'll have that hanging in a few weeks. I can't buy 30 more hats. You know how much those hats are? That's going to cost me another $600 to $800 hats.
Right.
But guys, they are now 5-1. They are playing great D. They had a natural letdown. Combination, natural letdown and Houston being young and not quitting. They just, Houston played like they were playing on the streets. It was street ball, and they got into it, and they got on a roll, and they had the crowd behind them. And when that happens, anything can happen in the NBA. You just get that crowd going. But I'll say this, the Warriors winning tonight, I was watching this game and I'm thinking, man, they got a great combination of vets, savvy vets, and not rookies, but young guys. Okay. Look at the vets on this Warrior team. And they're missing Steph and Melton tonight. Okay. Those are 2 really good vets. And you got Draymond and Wiggins. And then you get Looney and Kyle Anderson and Buddy Hield and GP2. Great vets that have been around the NBA for a long time. And then you add in the youngsters, TJD and Moody and Kuminga and Pods and pretty much those guys. And Lindy Waters, he's been, he's a good player too. He's not just, he took that charge tonight, which was great. So just seeing guys that, I was thinking about it because when they were blowing out Houston, Houston kind of blew my point a little bit by making the comeback. But I was going to say Houston is really young still. And so they're going to give away games like this. They're going to get far behind, and then they're going to make a big comeback, but they're not going to have enough to finish. What the Warriors did in the offseason by adding Melton and Anderson and Hield, 3 solid vets, that's what this team needed to solidify the bench, the starting line, just bringing calmness to a tough situation. This Warriors team last year would have definitely choked this game away.
Yeah, 100%. And I think, I think also, again, you saw the defense come back. I think really what the big thing tonight was why I think this game got away from us was you just didn't really see one, no one could hit a three, which was really big because they kept chucking them up. And then you
Second
didn't really
half,
see yeah, I'm talking about the second half. And why I'm saying the game got away from us when we lost that lead was because you didn't really see anyone have that like mentality, like, okay, I'm going to go try to get a bucket. And I think they were trying to overpass almost, and we kept getting it to a few seconds in the shot clock. And it's like when you let that happen a lot, you're not going to get great shots. You saw a lot of people just heaving up shots. And I think what's important and probably what Steve Kerr will notice from this game and what we saw at the end is you need to still get some pick and roll action and just some plays, some play design if you can't get a shot sometimes. It doesn't matter if your thing's all about, ball movement, whatever. At the end of the day, though, you got to score. And if you don't want to get to overtime games like that, because you never know what can happen.
Well, a couple other things that I noticed when Houston was trapping at near half court, they just jump them when the Warriors would come over half court. And guys on the Warriors, they need to move still. They can't stand still when you're trapped. You've got to move toward the ball because they were forced to throw passes over the top of the trap, and they would just go into no man's land for steals. Warriors got to move. And here's the other issue the Warriors need. They miss Steph and Melton, two ball handlers, two guys that can handle the press. The Warriors, Pods, a couple times I wasn't sure if he was going to get it over the timeline in 8 seconds because
right. Well, that happened, and that's why the game went to OT because they scored there at the end because he got the ball stolen from him because he couldn't get over the line really in time, so he just forced it over, and then all of a sudden,
well, that's what I'm saying.
It was, but he got the steal on him.
That's why I say you got to, as other players that are down the court below near the basket, they've got to move toward, get the passing lane, give Pods a passing lane. That's critical when you don't have the ball handlers and they're trapping. You got to, but I thought Kuminga was the difference tonight. He was plus 18. He led the team.
He's the only reason we won. He took over in overtime.
He was plus 18, scored 23 points. He was 7 of 12 from the field, 2 for 3.
Also Hield though. Hield was really good too. I think him and Hield. If you don't have Hield there.
No doubt. Hield was. But interestingly enough, Hield
cooled down.
He was -7 for the game.
I think it was more. It wasn't Hield. You got what you have to keep in mind with plus.
Well, defensively though, Rye. Defensively,
Thompson he was getting.
He just took it right to him.
Yeah, but I also think it was the combinations. Like a lot of times, with basketball, I like to look at a plus and minus more of like over a span of games because if you're with a bad combination, I've seen Steph be like -20 when he was like the only reason.
But Kuminga was the reason, and Hield early, but Kuminga was the reason they won this game. And what was happening is
100%.
Kuminga was able to take his man off the dribble, go up, power up. I mean, he just powered up over Jamari Smith. He was driving and lost control of the ball, got it back, and still went into a 6'10" player and laid it up with the left hand. I loved how he used he's not intimidated. And it was nice to see that Kuminga only played 26 minutes of the 53, so he didn't even play half the game.
Right.
Wiggins and Draymond led the way. Well, Pods again, 38 minutes. Yeah. And
he would have played more if he didn't get fouled out too. I think it was kind of good that he fouled out because I actually saw us going on a bit of a run once he fouled out. So
when Draymond fouled out?
No, Podziemski.
Oh, Podziemski. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think because Kuminga defers to Podziemski because I think he knows he's like, supposed to. But as soon as Podziemski got out, Kuminga just started taking over. And that's when Kuminga's at his best. I know we've talked about this many times, and the people in the chat have been watching the show a while. They know that Kuminga's at his best when he's able to handle the ball. He's able to run the offense. He's not, he's not the best when and that's why they put him to the bench because he's able to kind of, with Hield, just take over that unit. But when Kuminga's able, like we saw in OT, just have the ball, no one else has it, it's really hard to stop him. He's so athletic. He's so strong. You saw it. He just drives. He even fumbled the ball one time on Jabari. He
That's what I just mentioned.
You saw that.
Yeah, I just mentioned that.
No, exactly. But he loses it, right? And you see how strong he is. It doesn't even matter. And that's what you need Kuminga to do, is just have the ball a lot. So I think, I think honestly, I would like to see maybe when Steph comes back, it might be even better for the team if Kuminga is in the 6-man role and Hield comes to the starting unit. And, Kuminga will just be able to just do what he wants. Because when that dude has the ball, you can't really stop him.
Yeah. 4 guys fouled out tonight, 2 for each team. Dylan Brooks and Fred VanVleet for Houston. And then Draymond fouled out for the Warriors along with Pods. So,
right.
Pretty interesting to see 4 guys.
It was an aggressive game. People were tweeting about that. Like, Houston was playing pretty dirty. They were diving on people's ankles and stuff. They always do that. People don't like Houston because of that stuff. And it was just an overall aggressive game. I mean, you saw Draymond was getting pretty heated because,
Yeah.
But, they're a young team. I think they're just going to play like that in terms of Houston. And we matched their energy, which is good. I think if we didn't get last season – we would have lost that game because we wanted to match that
just on cue there.
Yeah.
Bill donates $2. Says Dubs lose this game
Yep.
last year, 1,000%, especially with no Steph. Absolutely, Bill. They definitely lose this game. Hey, and by the way, while we're talking money, thank you for the donation, Bill. This show is sponsored by Chapman Law Group. Make sure you give our friends at Chapman Law Group a call over in Marin. They will take care of any of your legal matters. Give them a call at 415-613-9483. Tell them NorCal Sports Network sent you. If they don't handle what you call for, because they handle just about everything, a couple little things they don't, but they'll refer you. They've got a network of attorneys that, they'll Chapman Law Group. They win the majority of their cases, from what I hear. So anyway, give them a call. Some other things that were interesting to me tonight in this ball game, Ryan, was to see Trace Jackson Davis. He did pretty well while he was in there, but then he didn't play much afterwards. He was 3 for 3 from the field. He only played 13 minutes. He had some rebounds, and then I don't know if we even saw much in the second half. Looney
was playing really well. That's why.
Yeah.
It's like one or the other is how Steve Kerr's thinking about it, and that's how I think about it too. I'm going to be honest with you. You can't play both of them at the same time.
Oh, not at the same time. No, they're not. They're not playable.
And he's just gonna. I think he's gonna start TJD always because Looney's cool with coming off the bench. But if Looney's having a good night, Looney's gonna play. And I think Lou, in our preseason prediction, talked about Looney's in a lot better shape this year, and you've seen it. He looks good. He's getting those rebounds. He's been more aggressive, and I think he's it's really just going to be whoever's playing better that day. TJ, whoever's playing better that day in that game. I think TJD is always going to get the start most of the time. Yeah. But
I'll tell you the other surprise, and we talked about this. Who do we think that was going to get short in the minutes? And I said Peyton. And before the season, I thought with the 12-man rotation, and then Peyton was kind of playing a lot of minutes the first couple games, and we thought, oh, maybe it's not going to be Peyton. But Peyton, the last 3 games, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and even with overtime tonight, only 11 minutes. Peyton looks like the defensive specialist to me when you need, to substitute a tough, end of a quarter, overtime. You're gonna bring in Peyton when you need a defensive possession. You're gonna, for Hield or whoever. So it looks like, Peyton's already with Steph and Melton on the bench. He's getting the least minutes. How's that pan out for him when Steph and Melton do come back?
Yeah, I think you'll see him go down in minutes like we did before.
What, are you having a bowl of cereal or something right now? I hear a spoon.
So sorry about that.
A spoon on a I look old, Joe says. So my glasses and my lighting in this room is very bright, and I gotta change my light to yellow. If I change the light, it actually gives me a little more color. These lights up here, I am old, but see all those lights, how bright they are. Oops, see that? They're too bright white. I got them on bright white so I can see in here, but kind of makes me pale. Then I can't see the chat here without my glasses. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think Griffin makes a good point. We'll get to a chat comment here real quick in the middle of this. Yeah, I think, definitely I agree, Griffin. I think if you got to get this Wizards game for sure, because I think any game that is against, a middling team or a bad team, you got to take when Steph's out, because give him as much rest as possible. Like I was talking about with Dan. I don't know if it was off air or on air, but the more games we win, the more time Steph and Melton can rest. I don't think Melton's as much about how much we win. I think he'll be out as much time as he needs, but especially with Steph, you want to win as many games as you can for sure. And if we can go, if we win against the Wizards, we'll be 4-0 without Steph. So that's way better than I thought. I thought we might go. Remember, we were talking about it after he got hurt. We were saying maybe like 2-5 or 3-4, at the best. And they win this next game. The worst they can do is 4-3. So
yeah, let me give you an update on Steph too. By the way, things are trending in the right direction for Stephen Curry as the Warriors superstar recovers. This is from NBC Sports Bay Area. The Warriors announced that Curry is making good progress after being reevaluated Friday and is cleared to return to segments to Golden State's practice in Houston. I heard him and Melton were running sprints today in Houston.
Yep.
And
yeah, they both practiced.
Yeah. Curry will miss the Warriors matchup, obviously, with tonight. This is written before tonight's game, for being reevaluated Sunday ahead of Golden State's clash with Wizards on Monday. Let me see. Fellow guard D'Anthony Melton also is making good progress after being reevaluated Friday following a 2-game absence while recovering from a strained lower back. Melton will miss. Okay, let's see. Well, the Warriors were okay. So basically, I think they're both going to be back at some point on this road trip.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
I think Steph possibly could come back against Washington, but it sounds like for sure he's trending in the right direction for Boston.
Right.
I almost think if they win, like you said, if they can win with against Washington somehow without him, just go ahead and rest him and just bring him back for Cleveland next week. That'll give him another almost week. I mean, if you're winning without him and he's, it's borderline. Let's just wait until that thing is 100% and he can do everything pain-free and no swelling whatsoever.
Right.
So, yeah, I think Griffin is right. It's a must win. You want to win because you don't want to go 1-4 on this trip. When we looked at this trip, we said, can they find a way to win 2 games? We got the first winnable game tonight, which was, I said the first 2 are winnable. Now, in the NBA, any game's winnable. We know that. You can beat, last year they had OKC beat a couple times, and they lost on crazy last-second 3-point shots. Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, no, one was a 3-pointer that Chet made, and then the next one
he got fouled.
They fouled, yeah, and then he made all three free throws
both times. So, and this team's better, and they should be full strength. That's the last game of this road trip. OKC.
Well, what was good about tonight too? Let me look at the stat. I texted you it, but it's Warriors before tonight since 2017 were 4-19 in overtime. So that was pretty good that we won the night because this team, even in the KD and Steph era, even with all the great players we've had, we've been really bad in overtime games. And like I said, you saw tonight with this team because of how deep it is, they just kept switching guys out and different dudes had juice and different guys were going off at different times. We had Pajemski who made a really big contribution at the end of the fourth quarter. You had Wiggins, who was helping out. You had Draymond, who made some clutch threes. You had Buddy Hield, was huge, who we didn't have last season, obviously. And then Kuminga. So I don't know. I think this season is, I don't think we win that game last year for sure. I mean, maybe with some Steph heroics, but that would have been the only reason.
We look like more light. Ooh.
Yeah, now you look like a
really
vampire.
White. Now,
Here, let's put the solo layout on you so everyone can check this vampire.
Ah. That's crazy.
Yeah, the lighting's a little bit nuts.
I was just testing the light there. So I got to get yellow light in here.
Hey, just some news real quick. One you can talk about this because I actually just I'll be back in like 30 seconds. But this is some news.
Wouldn't surprise me. I don't know if Hassan Kim is going to be ready to play until mid-season with his shoulder, but we'll see. We'll see if that happens. But, well, what else we got? Bill M says, Griffin, talking about trading Kuminga. The only way I trade Kuminga for Lillard is if I've given up on JK. Lillard actually stymies the growth of some of our players. Yeah. I'll tell you who the Warriors need. And this would not shock me, guys. I don't know how it could be done. I have to look at the contracts. But to get Giannis, I don't know if the Warriors have the right makeup of salary on this team to get a Giannis. I don't think they do. They would have to give up a lot. I mean, doesn't Giannis make 50 to 60 million? Something like that. Wow, we're getting rain here. I hear it raining. That's crazy. Griffin says OKC will get Giannis if he asks out.
No, you can get it done.
What's his salary? Is 50 to 60 million he's making?
Yeah, it's like 50. You give up, Wiggins. So
that's right. You got 30. Wiggins. Wiggins is like 25.
You give up Looney, which is like Wiggins is making like 28. You give Looney up, who's making like 11. So that's almost 40. Then you throw in a Moody who makes 13 next year. So it matches up. So what's that? That's 53. And then you give them, who else would they want? They would want Kuminga, who makes less than Moody next because he has no contract, and then they could do some signage. So that'd be 8. Basically it would match up, and then you'd have to throw him, a first, at least one first, probably 2.
All right, I'll fix this right here. Let me see if we can do this here. We will do. Oh, come on. There we go. 1.
See, the thing is with Griffin, what I'll say about this OKC stuff, a lot of people have said that, but Giannis has already lived in a small market. He has already said that the player he'd want to play with the most in the league is Steph. Him and Steph have a pretty close relationship, and he wants to win. I don't think he's trying to go to OKC and see if he can win. I think he knows, okay, the Warriors have started out really hot. When Steph comes back, we're going to have a pretty good record, guys. I know some people are a little more pessimistic than Dan and I on this team, but, the team's pretty legit right now, even if we go on a skid. Steph's coming back soon, and we're going to be, have a pretty good record here, I think, before the trade deadline. And I think a Giannis doesn't want to go necessarily to an OKC with a bunch of young guys either. Giannis is pretty, I know everyone thinks Giannis is young, but he's not. He's in his 30s. And it actually fits more with the timeline with the Warriors, because he would be thinking, oh, okay, when Steph's retired, I'll be the guy on the Warriors. It's not like a thing with OKC where it's going to be, oh, is it, are we going to win? Is it going to be Shea? Is it going to be Chet? Is it going to be, where does Giannis even fit in OKC? Because they have Arnstein, they have Chet. I don't even know what position he would play. What, the 3? Or do you have, I don't know. So I've heard a lot of people say that, Griffin. So I'm not trying to give you crap or anything, but I just don't think that he would even fit on OKC's team with the roster they have currently. And I don't think Giannis is necessarily trying to go to a young team. Like I said, he's older. People forget that Jokic and Giannis are in their 30s now. So, I mean, yeah. Dan knows about that. I think a lot of older players aren't jumping up and down to go to a young team. I just don't. I think a lot of, we've seen it with KD, Harden, Kyrie. Kyrie went to the Celtics, left in 2 years. It's a lot of these older players don't want to be on, younger teams for a experiment.
Yeah. And I'm trying to work this trade machine to see if this thing actually works here. I'm going to have to, you know what? There we go. I needed to do that's what you got to do. You've got to do.
Yeah, and the Bucks lost again tonight. I don't know if anyone saw that, because the Warriors game was really tight, and I'm sure we were all watching that. But I had the notification come on that the Bucks lost by 1 to the Cavaliers after being up by 30. So they had a similar game as the Warriors, but they lost it. And you can see Lillard and Giannis aren't getting along super well.
Yeah.
And again, Giannis has been the guy Joe Lacob has been trying to go after for years. So I think if it's an option, Lacob will do whatever he can to make it happen.
All right. I think I've worked out this trade. I don't know if this is worth even doing, but let's see.
Yeah, I agree, Griffin.
Why does it say it failed? Why does that fail? Share your trade. What the heck? Look at this trade. I'll show it to you. It says it failed the machine. I think the salaries matched up pretty good. You see that? Giannis, 48.7. And that's 2.2 million more, 50. The Warriors there.
It says why it's unable. It's because the Bucks are a second apron team. So the Bucks have to throw in another player who makes really low money on the Bucks.
Let me look.
It goes on our side. It just doesn't go on their side.
Okay. Let me see if I can.
They just need to throw in a really cheap player, about $4 million, because they're also so basically. The way the NBA, same with the Bucks. They're also a second apron. They're not a second apron team, but they're a luxury tax team, so they can't do it.
Who do we want? Gary Trent Jr.?
Yeah, they're not going to give him up though, but it would be more like one of these random guys.
Prince, Torn Prince.
Yeah, someone like that. That would be good.
All right, let's try that. Trade to Warriors. See if we. Try the trade now. Failed.
It's probably the salary still
167. Oh, recently signed. He can't be traded.
Oh, okay. So you gotta just trade it. Just do a different player than Torian then.
All right. After okay, let's try that. Let's try.
Do AJ Johnson or AJ Green or whatever.
Where did I see him? Okay, AJ Green.
Oh no, his brother's gonna have to come with him. Just send his brother to us. They're a package deal. The other Antico. I don't know how to say his last name.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Kupo. Antetokounmpo.
Yeah,
Hold
he's
on.
gonna have to come in the trade.
Who did I put here? Let me see. Let me move him off. Get him out. Undo that. Torn prints, undo. Let's do. Where's his brother? Where is his brother? Not on the team? His brother's not listed anymore. Is his brother not on the team?
I don't
this
know.
year?
Just put in some rant. Just put in whoever. It doesn't even matter.
All right, let's put in. Did we try Jackson? Did we try him
I think
yet?
that's not enough salary. You're gonna have to put in someone who makes a little more money.
Did we try Gary Trent Jr. already? Let's just try him.
Sure.
I don't think we tried him yet. Okay. See if this works. Try trade. Failed again. Oh, he can't be traded till December 15th.
It would work. We don't need to do this. We don't need to keep doing this. I know it would work. They would have to just match the salaries. Everybody in the chat. That's all it has to work. But I think they would do it because the Warriors would throw in 2 firsts, and the Bucks mentality would be, okay, we're gonna make Kuminga a star.
So what do you think of those? What do you think of those 4 guys? Kuminga, Looney goes back to Milwaukee. Looney's from Milwaukee.
I'd do it.
I know we'd probably do it, but would Milwaukee do that?
Yeah, I think Milwaukee won't have a choice if they keep losing. I think, Giannis is going to force. It's not like, it's not like football or baseball. These players have a lot more in the NBA, a lot more.
So you're losing Kuminga, Looney. I can't remember who I put in. Oh, Wiggins.
Moody and Wiggins.
And there was a 4th player we had in there.
Who was you just named guy? 4. It's Moody, Wiggins, Kuminga, and Looney.
Did I name Moody?
Yeah.
Did I have Moody in the deal?
Yeah, and Griffin makes a good point. They might want Pods instead of Moody. At that point, I don't think the Warriors do it though, to be honest, because I think they're so high on Pods as being the next guy after Steph that I think that's a deal breaker for them. They'd rather give up some more picks. They really.
Oh no, I had Peyton. Thanks, Mark. I had GP2 in there because of the salary. He's making $9 million. The Warriors would have to give up too much because they'd have to give up Pods and Moody to make up just for Peyton. So they'd have to give up 5 guys, and I don't think the Warriors would do that.
No, I think I think if we can get Giannis, it's definitely a trade you make because we have so much depth. You got TJD to replace Looney. If Kuminga is gone, you got Giannis. So that's literally Kuminga plus in my opinion, plus Wiggins. They basically, I know Giannis averages only 32, but Kuminga and Wiggins together only average 35. So it's not a huge scoring increase. I would do it just because you have Steph, Giannis, Draymond, Pajemski, Melton.
Milwaukee's not going to do it unless Giannis says I want out.
Yeah, he's coming pretty close to that though. He said he's getting pretty pissed.
That's good. That's good because him and Steph are close.
Yep, they're boys. Yeah, we'll have to see. I think if the Bucks are looking like they're out of it by the trade deadline, I think there's a chance for sure.
Yeah, that would be the second star, and that would be, he didn't get it done with Lillard, right? He had Lillard, and he had what's the forward's name? I always forget. Gosh.
Are you talking about Drew Holiday?
No, he's with Boston now. But
are you talking about who's still on the team? What are you? I'm just asking.
The other star, all-star
on their teams right now. They have Chris Middleton.
Middleton. That was the guy I was trying. I couldn't think of his name. Bill says for $5 he wouldn't give up that much for Giannis. He's 30 in 1 month. Seems like too much with his age, but maybe I'm wrong. They'd want number ones too.
Yeah, Bill, I hear what you're saying. I think it really depends on I think for me, that gives us our 5th ring. I don't know if you think that or not. I think that. So for me, it's like a championship is worth it because all those other players are just speculative. And we know what Giannis is. He's already won an MVP, 2 MVPs and a Defensive Player of the Year. Plus, well, he's done so much. It's just, I don't know. I think the other players are great. But if you're trying to win another ring, I think Giannis gives you that best chance. If you're trying to be like a playoff contender for a longer period of time, I agree. Yeah, Giannis
and the game changes in the playoffs. You need a guy like Giannis that can score and just take it and score. But yeah, hey, who made the saying? I heard it somewhere today. The Warriors, Steph lost a brother, but he gained a buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Who's been saying that? I just heard that.
Everybody. Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah. He lost a splash brother, but he gained a buddy. I like.
Yeah, you want to pull up the box score? Let's pull it up real quick. Let's see how everyone.
I already had it up.
Oh, you had it up?
Yeah, we were looking at it at the beginning of the show.
My bad. What was Buddy's?
Wake up!
Been a long day. No, I'm here. I just did a bunch of stuff on YouTube.
What was the question?
What did Buddy score tonight? It was 27 or 29, right?
27 tonight. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's been great. I think,
Yeah.
It was I don't know if did you see Gilbert Arenas' show? They were talking about Clay versus Buddy for the team and how Buddy would have done if he would have been drafted to the Warriors instead of Clay.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
Yeah. It was pretty good because it was pretty split. Half the guys were saying they thought Buddy could have been just as good. And they were saying, a lot of guys think, and it actually could happen. This is a good.
I don't think they win those. I don't think they win those championships with Buddy Hield and
oh no,
Clay.
They were saying Clay after injury. They think Buddy's better. They were
saying after injury.
They were saying
injury.
What the Warriors should have done was get if hypothetically if the Warriors would have swapped them, we would have won that most recent championship with Buddy because they think Buddy after injury is better than Clay.
Which most recent? The 22? They did win it in 22.
No, I know. They're saying they would have won it still with Buddy, and they think Buddy's better than Clay now, is basically what they're saying.
Oh, well, that's the eye test. Surely tells you that. I mean,
yeah, a lot of people don't think so. A lot of people think Buddy sucks, especially if you go on Twitter. It's funny.
All you got to do is look at the eye test. At least on the Warriors, Buddy Hield fits this offense like a glove. I mean, he's perfect for this team because he can catch and shoot. And he moves more than Clay. He moves like Clay did prior to Clay getting hurt. Clay is, the reason I say Clay was the better player is because Clay was two-way guy. He was an all NBA defensive player.
Right. No, Clay was definitely better pre-injury. No one was saying that. They were just saying that they think Buddy, since Clay's been injured, is probably a better player now, and that he just hasn't gone They were saying he just hasn't gotten the opportunity because he hasn't been in the offense like Clay. And then no, I didn't. Mark did not ever say slow-mo sucked. That was Lou. I like slow-mo. Dan and I like slow-mo. I was texting Lou saying slow-mo's taking over because he had a couple of good possessions, and he went super slow-mo. He went. And they made that bucket at the end of overtime. You saw that, Dan?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It went super slow-mo.
So, yeah, no, I totally am into I like slow-mo. He's a stabilizer to this team. I don't get excited when I see him hoisting three-pointers though.
Oh no, he was shooting bricks tonight.
I don't get excited with that shot.
It wasn't. It looks like my three-pointer, honestly. It wasn't good.
It's like, imagine this is a basketball. Man, it takes a while. It's not just this,
It was tough.
Guys that shoot like this, you ever see guys shoot when they shoot a ball and they go like that?
Yeah.
Versus like that.
Yeah.
That's how you're supposed to, you know, get that spin on the ball. That's why Steph's so soft. His ball, 3 points, sometimes they don't ricochet and bounce way out. If you notice Steph's 3-pointers, a lot of them will bounce, and go in.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Griffin. Lou just doesn't really like slow-mo. He's you know, he's not high on slow-mo, but I like slow-mo. I was just telling Mark that when he asked about that, you know, Dan and I are high on slow-mo. We think he's a good player.
Absolutely. Hey, and just to let you guys know in the chat, if you're a San Francisco Giants fan, this is Warriors Talk. We will cover every Golden State Warrior postgame as we did Giants baseball, and we cover Niners postgames as well. But 82 games, a lot, but 162 even more. Now that it's Giants off season, just want to let you know, I am in the process, NorCal Sports Network, of setting up a Giants forum that should probably go down next Friday night. A forum of several Giants content creators, and we will discuss how to make our ideas on what the Giants should do this offseason to make them actually a competitive team. So stay tuned for that. If you're a Giants fan, an actual forum, it could be 10, 12 people all talking with ideas. So should be fun next Friday night. And we're bringing a lot of Giant content creators together. A round table. Yeah, a Giants round table. So, you know, I don't have, Jake, NBA caps. I've got Warriors caps. I've got 4 or 5 different Warriors caps. But this is my champions strength and numbers. I've got another one that's a back-to-back. The 16-17. Well, no, was that the 17-18? 17, it's weird. 17-18, 18-19. No, wait a minute. They won in 14-15. They lost 15-16. They won 16-17, 17-18. That was it. Yeah. And then they lost the 18-19 when KD got hurt. And
yeah,
then
Steph almost won that for us. He went crazy. It was sad. I
Clay
think if that would have
Clay
been,
was having a great series until he got hurt.
yeah, but then when, I don't know if you remember, then Steph won the next game, and then in game 6 he had like 43. He just missed the buzzer beater for the win.
Well, that was
Yeah.
the game Clay went out early, though. Game 6. Without
no, yeah,
KD.
you're right. Yeah, game 6. It was game 5 though. Steph, you know, Steph and Clay took it, and then game 6, Steph had 43, and then just missed the last shot.
Yeah. No, if they had Clay didn't get hurt, I think they won that game.
Oh, for sure.
The guy made 2 free throws with a torn ACL. Unbelievable. Clay was a dog.
Yeah.
Pre-injury Clay, he was a dog. Yes, Griffin, you're exactly right. We would have spanked them with a healthy KD and Clay. Absolutely. That would have been a 6-game series at the most. They just had, what was it, Kawhi and Siakam?
Yeah, it was Kawhi, Fred VanVleet,
and
Siakam. They had, Gary Trent Jr. off the bench.
Yeah.
He was really good for them. They had,
Kawhi. Kawhi's a Warrior killer. He just is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, for sure.
He's a Warrior killer. But, well, it's been what else we want to cover on this Warriors night? Let's take a look. You know what? Let's do this, Brian. Let's take a look at the standings and see where the Golden State Warriors stand in the standings.
Yeah, and we'll check out the schedule, and then we'll check out
Get
the
out of
next
here.
game, give you a quick prediction, and then we will get out of here. And what do you got planned tomorrow night?
Nothing yet. Might be a day off. I don't know. Cavs. Look at the Cavs. 7-0. Have a point differential of plus 14.7. The Warriors are coming down with their win tonight, but Boston has 11.7 point differential. Knicks 3-2. Look at that. Pacers 2-4, and they're in the play-in as of today. That's the difference between the West and the East, because the West is
Milwaukee. Look at Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Where are they?
And
Oh my goodness, 1-5. Good. You know what? They've got Lillard and Giannis. If they can keep losing, that means the Warriors, as we talked about, I think would have a pretty good shot at Giannis. Oklahoma City, though, can probably give up. But Oklahoma City doesn't have any high salaried players, though, do they?
Yeah, but not people they want to trade.
Right. Then they've just got all those ones, but you've got to make the salaries match.
Yeah, I don't think Giannis is trying to go to OKC anyways. He has a no trade clause, so
he'd want to come to the Warriors.
Yeah, honestly, for the teams out, I think out of anybody, the Warriors are probably, and I'm not saying this because I'm a Warriors fan. I think they have actually really the best shot at Giannis. Because again, with these no trade clause, we saw with Bradley Beal, the Suns got not that much. We don't even probably have to give up that one first round pick. I think it gets it done with those players because the no trade clause, Giannis gets to really decide what the trade is.
True. That's very
Otherwise,
true.
he's not going. He just says no.
And then Milwaukee's stuck. Yep.
And we saw with Bradley Beal, that's why the Suns got, not the Suns. I mean, that's why the Suns didn't have to give up much to the Wizards because he had no
the best
trade
player.
clause.
They didn't go to the Wizards. Didn't he go to the Nets?
Yeah.
You said Wizards.
No, I know, but they got Bradley Beal from the Wizards, and they didn't have to give up much.
Yeah.
They traded. You're talking about the KD trade.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of the KD trade with Bridges.
Yes, Mikal Bridges, and that was for KD. But I'm saying when the player has no trade clause, they kind of get to dictate a lot of the trade.
Yeah,
that's why we were upset about the Matt Chapman signing, not necessarily about the years and the money, but because he's a forever Giant now.
Yeah.
Same with Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's a forever Sun. And if you get Giannis, he's a forever Warrior. And, and that's good. We're happy with that.
Right. You got to check the college scoreboard out. Did you check any of the college scoreboard out today?
No.
I had a 15-team parlay in it. Let me see how it did. Let me see how my 15-team parlay did, guys. I know I'm already out because Illinois or not Illinois, Iowa State. I picked Iowa State, and they lost by 1. Hold on here. I want to pull this up. See how I'm doing. All right. My bets settled. 15-leg parlay. 1, 2. Oh, I lost. Oh, gosh. Did terrible. 5 upsets today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only got 10 of the 15. I picked them all on the money line. Clemson lost to Louisville. I had Clemson. I had Fresno State at home over Hawaii. And Kansas State lost to Houston. Oh, geez. Anyway, we'll see how I do tomorrow. But
Warriors second in the West. Last I predicted, I think we will be a top 6 seed for sure this season. I think, I think not the Suns. I think we'll be, Suns probably will have a better record. Maybe we'll see as long as they don't have an injury. OKC, as we predicted, probably the 1 seed. But, I think Warriors have starting off 5-1. Look at this 18-point. We have the second best differential in the NBA.
Right behind OKC. Yeah.
And we're giving up, I think the second least points per game, right? Check out the go up. In the West, it's second, but I want to see what the East.
Giving up?
Yeah, go up to the East.
103.
Yeah,
What's 98? Look at OKC.
Yeah, they've been nuts
Boston's
this year.
probably. Oh, whoa. Yeah, 103.
No, yeah, second best. So yeah, second.
Hey,
right. So far this year, we've been the second best team in the league.
What did we say?
arguably.
What did we say in the beginning of the year? I said they'd be top 5, maybe top 3 defensively.
Yep.
And it's just they brought in defenders. They brought in defenders. So heck yeah.
Samuel
I love seeing
Rosario
that.
says Bay Area Ghost Bob reports far anxiety has joined the Oakland A's. If that is true, I feel bad for the A's.
Is that happened? Oh gosh. Who put that? Samuel Rosario?
Has not been confirmed, but
yeah. And no, my 15-leg parlay did not hit, Griffin. Not even close. I've done 13, 14, and I've missed 1. Tonight I did terrible. I missed 5. I try and pick all the heavy favorites just to win on the money line.
So who are the Warriors playing tomorrow?
Washington.
They're
off tomorrow.
It's Monday. It's Monday.
Monday. Yep.
Yeah, Washington, and then after that, was it Celtics?
Then it's the Celtics. Yes.
I think, I think Steph probably will come back for that Celtics game, kind of as we discussed. I think that's probably what it's looking like. So I think we win this game tomorrow. That's great. And, we beat the Celtics. You're going to start seeing a lot more talk on the Warriors, guys, on ESPN and Fox and CBS and all those news outlets. Because right now, everyone's been really, really down on the Warriors. And, except the Warriors content creators. And I think, we keep winning. It kind of reminds me a lot of 2022 when, we were bad the year before, lost in the play-in like we did last year. And some changes happened with the team. We added a lot of players and, we kind of came out of nowhere. So not saying we're going to necessarily win a championship, but I can, I'd almost be willing to guarantee at this point that we're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah. If it keeps up. Dan, what would you rather have, Kuminga or Brandon Ingram?
Kuminga.
Yeah, I think Kuminga myself. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. Let's see what else we got in here in the chat. Yeah, we'll see. I'll try and get Red in here next time. Yeah, we love having Frank on. We'll definitely bring in. We'll get Frank in here and maybe Carl Foster, Ryan Smith. We'll get some guys in here for sure. But yeah. What are we looking at? Jeremy, what's the Jeremy Lin Marc Gasol talk? That must be old talk. So call it Giants round tripper table. I like that, Mark. Round tripper table. Yeah, we'll see. We're gonna round up all the Giant content creators. I did see that, Mark. I did see that. The Padres were getting ready to sign a player, a young stud from the Dominican who just came out, found out he's 5 years older than reported. So don't think my Juan Soto take is too far off, guys. Don't think, hey, if at the end of the contract for Juan Soto, if you notice, it looks like he has a couple of pairs of sliding pants on. They're not really sliding pants. They're Depends. Then you know he's old. If Juan Soto gets a big butt at the end of his contract, he's really, instead of being 40, he's like 44, 45. He's wearing Depends. What do you think of that, Ryan?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if Juan Solo's older than he says he is, but yeah, MF real quick, we'll get to your comment. Yeah, if there's any breaking news on the Giants, any breaking news on the Niners, if they make a trade, if the Warriors make a trade, anything, we're gonna make sure we get to you quick like we have been with the Farhan anxiety fired and all the trades that the Giants made and any signings. So we'll make sure, yeah, if anything happens MF soon, or at any point, we will make sure to break that down for you. We'll be bringing just Giants stuff too, but in the meantime, it'll be just it's kind of as it goes as stuff comes out.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We're not sure what we're doing tomorrow. Don't know if we have anything. What's the game of the week tomorrow in the NFL? Don't tell me it's the Broncos and the Ravens.
Broncos, Ravens.
Broncos, Ravens.
Yep.
All right.
Definitely.
You know what, Ryan? Let me turn this music way down.
Dun, dun, dun.
Way down. You know what? We'll just silence them for a little bit. Something Lou and I normally do, but Lou's not here. Lou's in Vegas for the Breeders' Cup. The favorite, by the way, won the Breeders' Cup today. If you guys missed that, the favorite today, hold on here. I had it. Always forget the name. Yeah. Torpedo Anna won the Breeders' Cup today. But let's see. What else do we got here? I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, not a bad take, Mark. I think it's probably going to be a low-scoring game. I do think there's a chance, though, that the Broncos blow out the Ravens.
Woo! All right, let's do our picks. Let's see. We're going to, you know what? Because it's you and not Lou, I'm going to write these down so that I can give you a hard time when you give me a hard time for my NFL takes. I'm going to give you a hard time when I beat you head to head. Just picking winners. All right. You want to go first or second?
It doesn't matter. Just go over the games.
Well, it's like, here we go. Let me pull up the games here. All right. We already got one in the books. Cowboys, Falcons. Who you got?
It's gonna be a close one because Cowboys season's on the line. This is a stay away game if you're trying to bet, guys. But I'll go with the Falcons.
Okay, that's who I was going to go with. Let's see. Let me think here.
It's a stay away game, though.
Okay, so you're going with the Falcons. I am going to go. It is a stay away game. I'll take that. I'll take Dallas then. It's a toss up.
Yeah.
Okay. Dolphins, Bills.
Yeah, I got the Bills winning.
Okay.
I wouldn't even be shocked to see the Dolphins win. This is another stay away.
Okay. Yeah, I got the Bills too.
It's a stay away though, guys. Don't bet on that game.
Raiders, Bengals.
Yeah, I got the Bengals winning for sure.
Okay.
They have to win, and the Raiders aren't that good.
We both do. Chargers, Browns.
Yeah, I got the Chargers winning. Browns had Jameis Winston isn't going to play like that again.
Okay. We both have them. We're so far the same. Patriots, Titans. This is the worst game.
I know. You took the first game. You said you were going to take the
I took
Cowboys.
the Cowboys. Yeah.
So we're not the same.
Well, so far, most of them. All right. This is the worst game on the schedule.
Yeah, I got Patriots winning.
I'm going to take the Titans. Dan, just because they're at home. Ryan's going Patriots. Okay. Commanders, Giants. Washington against New York Giants. You got, okay, so we both have them. All right. Same there. Saints, Panthers.
Saints, their car's coming back.
Yep. Okay. So far, we're pretty much the same except the first game. Broncos, Ravens.
I got Broncos winning this. I think the Ravens are not that great. I think their defense is really bad, and I think that Bo Nix is going to actually have a – he's been coming around. He won Offensive Player of the month for rookies, and he also was the best rated best rated quarterback last month, period. I think against the worst defense in the league against the pass, which is the Ravens, I think he's going to have a decent game, and I got the Broncos winning this. I think it'll be a tight game, though. I'd stay away from it unless you're betting on the money line because the Ravens have 9.5 point favorites, and I think that's ridiculous.
I've got Baltimore. Baltimore in an easy win. Jags, Philly.
Yeah, I got Philly winning.
Okay. We both have the same there. Okay, Bears, Cardinals. This is a tough one.
It is a tough one. I got I don't know. It's a stay away game.
It's a tough one.
I would really go. I don't know. It's a pick 'em. I'll go with the Cardinals. They're at home.
Okay. I'm not sure myself. This is tough because the Bears lost that game to the Commanders on a fluke Hail Mary. Does it devastate this team or do they have a bounce back? That's the question. And the Cards won another last second field goal. 3 out of 4 of their wins are last second walk-offs. Jeez. Cardinals being the car. I'm going to take the Bears. I think the Cardinals always, okay. Here's the game of the week, I think.
Yeah, I think this is the game of the week or the Ravens Broncos. Those will be the two to watch.
This is Jordan Love playing? Is he okay?
I don't know if he's playing or not.
Somebody said he was hurt last week, right?
He was, but he gets these weird injuries. He might play next week.
I'm going to take the Lions. Who do you got?
I got the Lions winning. I think their Lions are pretty legit this year.
Yeah. Okay, so we're both there. And we got 2 games left.
I got the Rams winning this one.
Rams at Seahawks. I think you're right. I think the Seahawks are the worst team in this division.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Okay, so we're both there. And then we got Colts at Vikings.
I got the Vikings winning. They had 2 back-to-back tough losses.
Yep. Okay, so we only differ on the Cowboys.
I wouldn't be shocked to see Joe Flacco somehow win.
With the Colts? Yeah. All right, we differ on the Cowboys. You got the Falcons. I took the Cowboys, even though I'm probably going to root for the Falcons just because I can't stand the Cowboys. And I was going to take the Falcons, but it is that toss-up game, and just to be different. We also differ on the Pats, Titans. You got the Pats, I got the Titans, and then you got Denver and I got Baltimore. And then you got the Cardinals, I got the Bears. I think that's So about 4 games, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't be shocked on the Bears. I think, it's really 2 though, because 2 of them we went. I think we just went. I went 1 to be different. The other one you went to be different.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But
it's a close week, and Jake said they're all stay away. Yeah, because if you check out these records, they're all pretty similar win-loss records this week. It's a pretty even matchup week. Not that many upsets that can occur.
Oh, we forgot this one. Thank you, Bill. We're going to battle the Celts. They're not all that.
Yeah, if Steph's playing, I think we beat the Celtics. I think Steve Kerr and Steph are going to go really try hard to prove that fuck Tatum.
Oh, did we miss the Chiefs-Colts game? I mean, the Chiefs-Bucks game. We missed that one.
Oh, I got the Chiefs winning.
I got Chiefs, too. Okay. Chiefs, Bucks. Okay, we both got the Chiefs. Okay. Celtics. Did you see Grant Williams just?
Yes, Tatum. That was super sad.
I think did you send me that clip?
I didn't send you a clip, but I told you about it.
Oh, it was in that other guy's show that he does.
Yeah,
that was a cheap shot.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think Tatum should have got up and done something, or just walked to the free throw line like he did?
Yeah, you're talking about athletic alchemy. Yeah, I think he should have. I think what Athletic said was perfect. It's like it was funny that all of his teammates were doing something and he just walked away.
Yeah,
he didn't have to. I don't know.
Grant Williams is a punk. You know who I put on my let's.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks. There's my backcourt for your all punk team. Who else makes your all punk team?
Draymond would make it, but
Draymond would make it, wouldn't he? Yep.
Yeah.
All punk
Rudy
team.
Gobert's a punk too.
He's their 5. He's
your
5.
Yeah, and then have Nurkic have Draymond play the 3. Nurkic is the 4. Nurkic is a punk too. Nurkic is a punk. It's funny because Draymond's had beef with all the other guys on the team.
There's your all punk team. Dylan Brooks, Grant Williams, Draymond Green, Nurkic. You're talking about Nurkic with the Suns,
Yusuf
right?
Nurkic, yeah.
With the Suns? Okay.
Yeah.
And then Rudy Gobert.
And if you want to go like really crazy, you switch Nurkic out with Isaiah Stewart. But then it's going to just become like Malice in the Palace, so.
Yeah. The all punk team.
Yeah, John Morant. John Morant's a good one, Jake.
Hey, you know who gets honorable mention?
Who?
Nikola Jokic. You see him push the what's his name? One of the brothers.
Yeah, I remember
Morris
that
brothers just pushed him right in the back and ruined the guy's season.
Right.
That was. I mean, Morris instigated it, but
yeah, Jokic's brothers could be on the team for sure. They just start fighting people.
Great.
They're funny.
All right, guys. Hey, enjoy your NFL Sunday tomorrow, and
we'll be here. We'll bring you guys something.
We'll bring something.
A video or a live or something.
Yeah. All right, guys. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for joining. Hey, on your way out, one of the things, if you would really help us on this, please hit that like and subscribe button. It makes a huge difference. I want to take a quick peek at our live with our subs. Oh, we just added 2 right now. Look at this. Let me show you guys our subs. We're at 2774 right now. We're 26 away from 2,800. Let's see if we can get there soon. If you're watching on Twitter or X, if you would just please go over to the NorCal Sports Network and YouTube, hit the subscribe button, even if you watch on YouTube. Our analytics show we have a lot of people watching on X that don't come over to YouTube. But, it helps us because our sponsors want to know how many people are watching on YouTube. And it helps us get more sponsors helps pave the way for us is, this takes a lot more time than just coming on here for an hour. It's a lot of work that goes into putting these shows together.
Good goal, Jake. 3,000 by New Year's. Yep, that should be the goal for sure.
Yeah, I think we can make it. You know how many we put on last month, guys? Let me show
500.
you. Let me show you this stat I came across today. You can't really see it there. This came from YouTube. We added 505. You got 505 new subscribers. Look at that. Most viewers were new to your channel. 85%. We added 85% new people. So you guys are great. We can't do this without you. Believe me, it means a lot to all of us that you watch and take time and are here.
We're working on it, Jake. We're working on it.
Working on Don't Get Warrior Roundtable. Dan, get that Warrior Roundtable. You can get more. Yes, we got to do that too. We're going to put that together as well, guys. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your night. I'm going to go watch a movie with my wife. So
yes,
have a great night. Take care, everybody.